Hello, hello, hello. Good morning. Hey, Nissa. Welcome to 5 a.m. Wake and Breakthrough. Good morning, husband. It's good to see you here. Hey, Stephanie. Welcome. My condolences for everything. Stephanie, Dominique, Alex, all of you who are joining from Paris. My condolences, my heartfelt condolences for everything that are going on. And I send you prayers of strength and comfort. Hey, Roxy. Hey, Marguerite. Welcome, welcome. My name is Naketa Thigpen. I'm a women's executive balance advisor here to help you increase your focus and infuse balance in life and business. 5 a.m. Wake and Breakthrough is all about breaking through the barriers that are preventing you from being able to do such a thing. You're welcome, Stephanie. Welcome, welcome. Roxy, it's always good to see you here early in the morning. I know you have so much to do with my God, baby, out there doing what you do. Welcome 93P 46933. I said that all the way through. Did you like that? I said that real fast. It is Monday morning. How was your weekend? Was your weekend good? Do some thumbs up if you had a great weekend. Give me a smiley face, a wink wink. You had an awesome weekend, whatever you want. And make sure you tell everyone, if you are new to 5 a.m. Wake and Breakthrough, where you are from. Replay viewers and web viewers are dominating. They're kicking early risers. But I just want you to know that. But I'm grateful for all of you who are able to tune in on your way to work. Marguerite, oh, awesome. Great emoticons. You're probably on your way for your run. And I'm so grateful that you're taking your time out with me this morning to join in. Awesome. Cool stuff. Woo, honey. For those of you who are in the breathe room, I posted last night. Y'all not going to like me this week, and I'm okay with that. For those of you who have been following, you know I do not care if you like me. My purpose is to challenge you to greatness. And sometimes that means making you, a lot of times, that means making you a bit uncomfortable, but that's where your success is. I want you to get uncomfortable because, again, we're breaking through the barriers that are actually preventing you from going to your next level. You can't focus if you got all this other junk in the front of it, and you definitely are not going to be balanced. Mark, you said yes on the way to run, just left the laundromat. I know that's right. You be multitasking. I'm not mad at that. Get your 5 a.m. on. That's what I'm talking about. Productive, early in the morning. Hashtag before 5 a.m. I was actually going to use that as the name of this scope, by the way, but someone else is using hashtag before 5 a.m., so I can do it. But anyway, this is good stuff. This week, the entire week, the theme is boundaries. There is always a theme to every 5 a.m. Wake and Breakthrough. There's a theme for the entire week, and every single day we break down the angles of that theme. Today, I want you to pay attention. There are stop signs and stop lights and boundary lines on every street corner. Every street corner that you need to stop. Not every single corner, literally. But when you're riding on a two-way street, there is always something that says slow down, stop, pause, yield, something. And it's all good when we're cruising in our life and in our relationships because we're moving through. It's easy to do what we call a Philly stop. Are you guys familiar with the Philly stop? Where you get to the stop sign, like you're not necessarily going fast. You could be doing 20 miles an hour. You're not necessarily going fast to do a Philly stop. And you'll like, and keep going. You didn't really stop to pay attention. You did and kept moving. I don't know how to hashtag that and keep it going. Unfortunately, Philly stops, for all my Philly folk, y'all know what I mean, can get you in a lot of trouble. 15 miles an hour, 60 miles an hour, and anywhere in between, because there is usually somebody coming. Now, you probably got away with it a lot in your marriage and your dating, in your younger years, maybe in your first level of your career, your professionalism, your school, when you went through undergrad. You're like, actually, it wasn't that hard. I did these Philly stops all the way through my life. Hey, mama, you did it all the way through, and maybe you didn't get hit. But somewhere along that process, you had a lot of almost that came up in your life. A lot of almost in those Philly stop and rolls where you didn't really break, look left, right, and do what you needed to do to keep moving and go all the way through. The boundary line, the stop signs are there on purpose. You have to pay attention. We create boundaries because they make room for growth. When you cross them, it is a breeding ground for adversity. Did y'all catch that? We create boundaries because it makes room for growth. When we cross them, it's a breeding ground for adversity. I want you to think back to every single relationship where it came up, and it should have came up in every relationship you had, truly. Good morning. When you have these relationships that are awesome, that it could be opposite sex relationship, you're dating, they could be platonic, they could be friends, whatever, parent, teacher, parent, child, what sibling, any relationship that you can think of, everything is smooth sailing until somebody crosses a boundary. The question is, did they see it? Did they see it? And they just, they tuned it out because things were so good. Y'all were laughing and y'all were kikiing it up. Y'all were loving on each other. And I'm talking platonic and or intimate relationships all the way through, including your professional relationships at work and or in business. Everything was good until you crossed a boundary. Now tomorrow and the rest of the week we'll go a lot deeper in terms of how clear those lines were. But for today specifically, I'm talking about the boundary lines that everybody saw. They were there. It was no question that they were there. But one and or both of you did a Philly stop and roll. You just kind of and kept it moving like, oh, it's not that deep. Be careful, because you will get hit. One of you will get hit. And it may not be the intention, but I'm sorry, I'm a parent. If I have my kids in the back seat and I'm appropriately stopping at the stop sign and now it's my turn to go, excuse me, and then you came along and ran into me, whether it was your intention or not. One, someone is possibly hurt in my car. Two, I am highly upset. Those are my babies. That is my life. That is my family. That is my business. Something was affected because of that not paying attention and going straight through those boundaries. Whether you had intentions to be speeding or not, we're talking about a 2-ton vehicle. In this instance, we're talking about your life. Sometimes your relationship is a 2-ton vehicle. Stylish and cute, clean, maybe not fancy necessarily, but it is what it is. But there's a lot of power behind you, your personality, and all that you bring to the table. So you have to be very mindful about the boundaries that you have and your responsibility in making sure the line is clear and stopping. As awesome as it may feel to have a girlfriend or a guy friend that you're just kikiing it up with, y'all seem so cool, the relationship got personal super quick, all was well. I'm talking about at the water cooler at work. I'm talking about in business, because it's super easy to cross boundaries when you are in business by yourself, because it's hard to come across someone that you trust and that you actually, connect with. It's like, wow, this is a good person and I want to make sure I can help them any way that I can. And it's easy to cross that boundary. Now, I'm not saying that there won't be relationships that are spiritual connection. They are deeper than you could imagine, and you're supposed to go deeper because both of you are supposed to create a strategic partnership or JV or something else. I'm not even talking about that level, because you pretty much know when that's really happening. It's easy. There is not a hesitation in that thing. But for the ones where there is a hesitation, you're getting dangerously close to doing some things that don't feel good, but because of the kikiing and the relationship you seem like you have on the surface, you're like, oh, well, it's not that bad to kind of just stop and roll. At least I'm not going fast. I took my time with him or her, right? We do that in dating a lot. Well, I took my time. We were dating for 3 months. We were dating for 6 months. I saw a blip on, I didn't see the show, but I saw a blip on Real Housewives of Atlanta. I think that's what it is. And I want to say her name is Portia. And she's been dating this guy for, I don't know, a month. And she is going fast. They're about to start looking for apartments and houses. Okay, clearly she is going straight through that boundary, like for whatever her reason is. And I'm not going deep into the mind of a reality star, but she's going straight through that. Well, how long do you think that relationship will last? How soon before somebody crashes into each other because they're speeding through that thing because it feels so good and the cars are fancy and it was like, oh, I thought I could see. I was trusting my side view mirrors and everything, and I just thought it was cool. You can't see everything coming. The stop signs and the boundary lines are there for a reason. Pay attention in your life, in your career, hey Choni, and in your business. Be very mindful. I could love you to life. You can be my spiritual sister or brother. We have great conversations and relationships, but I will not cross that boundary in my business. I've been there, done that, been used, been burnt, won't happen. I am more than willing to give because I will give. I'm a giver first. That is my first guiding principle. But I will not give to go broke. I will not push myself beyond that because I've done it. I'm speaking from experience. It's not something that I made up and I'm afraid to do. I've done it. And I've had people take things so far, and I'm always the one to get run over by the car. It's like, so how many times do you get hit, spent over, flipped over, pushed into a tree before you're like, maybe I need to stop riding through that stoplight? Maybe I need to stop all the way and not do a stop go. No Philly stops here, not in business and not in life. People will definitely test you. Some will even try to pull you past that boundary, but you have to be very mindful. Just as much power as you feel their, 2-ton truck has, because they're a very powerful person, maybe very assertive. I won't necessarily say aggressive. We'll go into that later this week, but very powerful, assertive. It doesn't mean that your little, is Toyota Civic, is that a car? Did I make that up, or is it Honda Civic? Whatever. Your little Civic doesn't have power on its own. It does. You might be smaller, but maybe you're faster. Maybe you have better brakes. Use them. Use them when you feel in your spirit something ain't right. Check it. Don't hesitate to stop, put your brakes on, and take the time to look left and right, which means clarifying with people when you think something is out of sync. Let me just ask you a question. Is so-and-so happening? This is what I'm getting. I want to make sure that what I'm seeing is what I'm seeing, because maybe I'm not seeing anything, but I feel like something is coming down the street, and I feel like something's coming fast. So let's clear this up before I go out into the roadway and get hit, or you come down the roadway not realizing that it was my intention to go forward or not. Let's be really clear. Maybe that person is on your coattails and right behind you, and if you stop too suddenly because you weren't paying attention to the boundary line and all of a sudden you jerked and stopped, now you've messed up them because they run right into the back of you. Good talk for marriages. Thank you, Marguerite. You know that I'm talking about life, career, and business, and I mean it in every single dimension. You have to be mindful because your power inside your 2-ton vehicle, whatever you have, whatever you're driving, your spirit is power. Your power is power. Like, I need you to receive that. So many of us are walking around questioning whether or not we have it. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. The question is, what are you doing with it? And how careful are you for yourself and for others? Because most likely you have more than just you to worry about. Whether you're a parent or not, you have more than just you. You are an impactor. You got legacy things to do. People, places, and all kinds of things to create and places to go. If you are still here and you're breathing, you are here for a reason. So be mindful that those boundary lines are there literally to make room for your growth. Don't cross them. The only time you cross a boundary is when it's your time to go. When it's your turn. Pay attention to when it's your turn. And it may be your turn in a relationship. Maybe now dating has progressed into next level. You're engaged. Maybe now in your business it's progressed into next level. It's a collaboration or a strategic partnership or whatever the case is. Maybe now in your personal life with yourself, you've progressed into another level of understanding. It's okay. But wait until it's your turn. Don't rush the process. That is it. That is this morning's 5 a.m. Wake and Breakthrough. I told you I was going in this week and you probably won't like me, but I still love you to life, so it doesn't even matter. Thank you for the hearts, everyone. I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow morning for 5 a.m. Wake and Breakthrough. My heart goes out to Paris, France, and Berlin, Germany, and all the other associated countries that are supporting and right there holding hands in a physical proximity. I'm truly with you in prayer, and I'm giving you all of the strength that I have this day and every day moving forward, because I know that you need it, and I can only imagine what's going on in your head. So I'm definitely giving you my thoughts, and I mean that truly and authentically. Again, I look forward to seeing you at 5 a.m. for Wake and Breakthrough. And until then, enjoy the balance of your day. Have a great one, everyone.